Hello and welcome to It's Your City, a show that explores the people, the places, and the events that make Bellevue a great place to live and work. I'm your host, Robin Hasseth. Today we're coming to you from downtown Bellevue to show you how this vibrant economic area has also become a great neighborhood, offering an exciting and convenient way of life. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first here's a look at some of the other stories you'll see on today's show. We'll show you how an alumni of Bellevue's Youth Theater is giving back by helping others learn about the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. We'll ride along to see how Bellevue police officers stay on course with motorcycle training. We'll visit a Master Gardener's workshop to tell you how you can get some helpful free advice to make your garden thrive. And we'll share with you a student video that's sending out an SOS. We'll explain coming up. We start today downtown in the heart of our city. We'll talk with City Manager Steve Sarkozy about our growing downtown, and we'll meet some people who are living and working here to find out why more people than ever are calling downtown Bellevue home.
What's happened in the last year or so in downtown is truly phenomenal. With additional restaurants, more office space and workers, and more residential, we've hit a critical mass that has just created a truly exciting place to live, work, and play.
Living downtown is very freeing and liberating. It's fun, it's exciting. It's just a great lifestyle.
Well, I live right in downtown Bellevue, and so it is a wonderful convenience for me. I'm able to walk to some of the most fantastic restaurants, as well as doing my banking, to my dry cleaning, to walking to the grocery store.
Walking it's so easy. Everything's 2, 3, 4 blocks away.
Come on, Max, let's go.
Bellevue to me has become not just the east side city with a mall, but to become the premier place that actually, when my friends and I get together and say, where do we want to go, we actually say, let's go to Bellevue.
The choices that we have in the evening are just, we have from the great new lounges that are opening up. And for me, everything's within walking distance, which is so nice. And it's nice to have a choice.
What's been really nice to see over the years is that I can actually count on Bellevue to offer me the same great shopping options and restaurant options as Seattle does, with the convenience of walking to everything, free parking. It still has that sense of community, but all the same options as the big downtown city would offer.
Well, downtown has become such an important venue for the East Side, with new restaurants, cultural options, retail, and places of employment. All of that's made possible by the growth opportunities in downtown. Adding to that is the healthy mix of residential, which creates a sense of vibrancy day in and day out in all hours of the day.
I do everything in a 4-block radius. I very rarely get to the other side of the freeway.
What we're seeing is a trend inwards to the city because people want to be near the core, near all of the amenities.
All cities are required to accept a certain amount of new growth. This city has made the very conscious decision to focus that growth in downtown.
Seeing all these different projects going up and wondering who will live there, and understanding just the number of jobs coming to the area over the next decade, next 10 years is pretty substantial, and they've got to have a place to live. So hence everyone's going to go vertical, and it's more affordable and there's more of it. Land is just too expensive and there's too many restrictions, and so I think that's why you're going to see urban living so popular.
it's exciting to be able to offer another residential alternative for people who might like the urban living arrangement. That notion of urban living is a possibility now outside of the city of Seattle, and that's an exciting prospect for Bellevue.
Living downtown is just all about convenience. It's all about lifestyle.
Just creating more of a buzz around town.
More of a fun place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reason to come here and a reason to stay.
Next, we'll visit a recent tribute to the late Dr. Martin Luther King. The event was held at Crossroads Bellevue Shopping Center, and we'll show you some of the day's special performances. We'll also meet a young lady whose return to this annual tribute was especially meaningful.
We are here at the Crossroads Bellevue Shopping Center today to pay tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King. This is an annual event that features performers, guest speakers. Some of the performers that perform today would be the Total Experience Gospel Choir, guitarist extraordinaire Michael Powers, the Awajo Dance Workshop, and Bellevue Youth Theater. And speaking of the Bellevue Youth Theater, Andrea DeSantis, who is a former Bellevue Youth Theater member, actually wrote the play, A Dream for Today, which is the featured presentation of the Bellevue Youth Theater.
And the nation's architects wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution.
For this show, I have put together a script that's about racism and prejudice and the way that we deal with it. And I have a group of 14 Caucasian children, students, teenagers. So it's a little bit a different spin than it has been in the past.
Okay guys, let's do it again.
I think the main point of my script is that we still have a long way to go, and it is up to our society to really be accountable for our actions and to own up to responsibility. I have a dream that one day this will rise up, get tougher, and live out the true meaning of its creed.
The Bellevue Youth Theater.
Understand what they were saying and that they can show that in their own lives and really be the people who can set the example, because it does start with the younger generations.
Steal away, oh, steal away, having got long to stay here.
Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday is not a black holiday. It's a holiday for all Americans. And his dream is something that all Americans should relish and think about throughout the year. Although this is a one-day event, Dr. King's dream of racial unity, justice, and tolerance is something that we need to think about and celebrate throughout the year, the rich diversity that's found here in Bellevue as well as in the city of Seattle and Washington State.
Rain or shine, we see our motorcycle police out helping keep our streets safe. Next, we'll visit our motorcycle police unit to find out some of the ways they keep their skills sharp.
Today is part of our quarterly training. We work on the skill course. We do that for the first part of the day. We also do a certification that we do on a quarterly basis. And that certification kind of keeps our skill level really honed in. In a nutshell, we're practicing how to be safe. We did enough warm-up. We'll give you a new pattern. Plan on seeing that pattern here because our times have gotten so good. We want to throw something else out there at you. That's why we got the Z pattern there. Run as far as you can. You guys all got the skill level to do it clean the very first time. Behind us is a skill course that's set up. There are 11 patterns. And each one of those patterns are asking the officer to do a particular type of maneuver. Those maneuvers usually involve control of the clutch and throttle, the brake, the momentum in which the officer enters the pattern. Each one of these patterns has a specific name. We have the eliminator, the decision maker, the 180 decel. Each one of these has its own reputation as well. When you put it all together, it's asking the officers to put all their skill levels together in order to get through the course. Ideally, if we do our training right, we don't think about it. It becomes fluid. It becomes second nature. What we practice out here is to just kind of kick any rust off or fine-tune it, but we do it on a daily basis. Our unit is known throughout the region as one of the premier motorcycle units. We have a history of winning at regional events. This is a very professional outfit. We hold high standards and accountability, again, safety, just our general how we present ourselves. You know, I think the real critical aspect of why they do what they do is because they believe in what they do. The fact that they're out there in the rain and shine, sometimes the sweltering heat and the downpour, they're on the motorcycle. It is one of the most dangerous jobs that an officer can do. They do it because they care about the safety of the citizens that are on their streets. They want you and your family to be safe.
Next, we'll take you to visit a series of workshops that can help you learn some great gardening techniques.
Some people recommend is maybe you want to mix a little bit of bone meal. A particular variety is in bloom.
The workshops are essentially a series of relatively informal get-togethers with a knowledgeable expert and an audience comprised of whoever comes each Saturday morning to address various topics that relate to gardening.
You'd want to space them out a little bit so that you have at least 45-degree angle.
This series is designed to help educate people who want to be better gardeners at their home. It's a great place to pick up tips on how to succeed when you're just starting out. There's a whole enormous range of topics. Some of them, such as how to select seeds, how to germinate seeds successfully, how to plant and prune.
Broken. Now, it used to be, they said, prune everything down so you just got a stick. Doesn't work so well. The reason being,
and other topics are sort of related to what's topical and of interest at the moment. We've had some sessions related to the various aspects of organics. And then to various plants and plant groups that sort of are fashionable. The speaker addresses the topic, the audience interacts.
No, not necessarily.
That kind of informal interchange really does facilitate the educational process.
Currently used in the commercial.
Workshops are held Saturday mornings, beginning in January and running through the end of October. They start indoors in January because it's raining and it's cold. And we stay indoors until it's warm enough to be out in decent weather. Generally, that transition occurs about the end of April. The major demonstration of growing techniques and so on and so forth occurs in the demonstration garden to look at a variety of growing plants, you need to be in the garden. It's a totally volunteer effort from top to bottom. The speakers do their chore for free, I do my organizational bit for free, and the audience gets to enjoy the product for free. I'd just like to invite anyone who has the least interest in learning about gardening to come have a look at the demonstration garden. It will be staffed beginning in April when we begin growing things, and before that, come to our workshops. You know, meet some fellow gardeners and learn a little bit about having more fun in your own garden.
Recently, some Bellevue Middle School students made a video to show us how we can all be involved in the effort to save our salmon. Lori Devereaux from our city's Utilities Department explains.
As part of the Stream Team program, I recently spoke to a group of middle school age students about the importance of taking care of salmon in streams and steps we can all take to protect our natural resources. The students took all of that information and applied it to this video, which was shot, produced, and edited by the kids as part of the first LEGO League competition to teach other people how to take care of salmon in streams.
Hello, I'm Sammy the Salmon, and today I want to tell you a story about a man named Stanley. Stop!
What? I'm only maintaining my lawn.
But you're threatening my home. There are many ways to minimize pollution with natural lawn care.
Is that so? How can I do that?
First of all, set mowing heights to about 2 inches in order to crowd out weeds. That way, there's no need to use chemicals and fertilizers that get swept into the streams, lakes, and eventually our oceans. You should also leave the grass clippings on the lawn. Secondly, Stanley, you must learn to take better maintenance of your stream. Just look what you're doing. This is an aerial view of your neighborhood. The contaminants from your home are running down the stream.
Wow, did I do that?
Yes, you did. While playing with your dog, you corroded the side of the stream and released soil into the water, making it cloudy and oxygen deficient. You also failed to clean up your pet's waste, which is now being washed into my streams. To prevent corrosion, you should use bridges and reinforce the stream bed with plants and trees. Their roots stabilize the dirt around the stream and therefore prevent the soil from corroding. Wait, you shouldn't ever wash your car with soap at home.
But I use biodegradable soap.
That doesn't make a difference since the soap doesn't have enough time to degrade.
So where can I wash my car?
You should go to a commercial car wash, where they treat the water before it runs to streams, lakes, and oceans. If you must wash your car at home, then I suggest you do it on a grass or gravel-covered area. Use as little soap as possible and turn the water off when you're not using it.
But why does the grass any better than my driveway?
Since the water travels more slowly, the soil and dirt has time to filter out the pollutants before the water drains.
But isn't the storm drain water treated?
The storm drain water isn't treated at all. Next time, instead of hosing off the driveway, sweeping it would be wiser. By letting your sprinklers run onto nearby sidewalks, you're not only wasting my stream water, but you're also allowing the water to sweep road pollution down storm drains that drain directly to my home. Your sprinklers, unfortunately, aren't the only source of runoff. The rainwater and natural runoff also carries pollutants to the storm drains, streams, lakes, and oceans. Because of this, we must stop pollution at its source. That means all car owners should take their car to get tuned routinely to avoid oil leaks. Did you know that used motor oil is the largest single source of oil pollution in our lakes, streams, and rivers? Americans spill 180 million gallons of used oil every year into our water. And oil doesn't dissolve in water either. It sticks to anything and everything on its way down to the ocean.
Thanks, Sammy. Next time I'll do just as you say. But what can I do to help?
There are plenty of opportunities, from habitat restoration to help educating others just as I have educated you.
We would like to thank the kids for all of their hard work on this project. They won the state competition and are now preparing for nationals. If you would like to learn more about Stream Team volunteer activities, you can attend the annual Stream Team meeting here at the Lewis Creek Visitor Center on Tuesday, March 14th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. If you're interested, please call Stream Team at 425-452-5200 or email Stream Team at streamteam@ci.bellevue.wa.us.
We're almost at the end of our show today, but before we go, let's take a look at some of the events that are coming up in Bellevue. On Friday, May 31st, Bellevue Middle and High School students are invited to attend the all-day 2006 Bellevue Youth Involvement Conference at the Maidenbauer Center. The event is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is an excused absence by the Bellevue School District. Local officials, business leaders, teachers, and youth service providers will all be on hand to hear about young people's ideas to make Bellevue an even more caring community for young people. For more information, please call the City of Bellevue Youth Link program at 425-452-5254. And a reminder, Bellevue City Hall is moving soon. Our new offices will be located next to the Bellevue Transit Center at 450 110th Avenue Northeast. For more information, you can check the city's website at cityofbellevue.org or call 425-452-6800. Well, that wraps up another show for us. We want to thank everyone on our show today for sharing your stories with us. And as always, we thank you for joining us and hope that you'll join us again next time, because after all, Bellevue, it's your city.